Hi everybody, Meherwan Irani, chef at Pani. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of Garam Masala. It's like one of the most ubiquitous Indian spices along with the yellow curry powder. But I'm going to show you how to make some Garam Masala at home from scratch. There's nothing better than fresh Garam Masala, roasted at home in small batches. So let's go to the pantry and get some Garam Masala going. Okay, so I want you to be able to make this with stuff you could find in a regular grocery store. Nothing super exotic here. Let's start with some cardamom, green cardamom. So these are very aromatic. Just a few pods should be more than enough. You don't want to overdo it. Black peppercorn, and that we're going to put a healthy amount in there. Sort of, like a small little handful. Bay leaves, you should have no problem finding that in any typical grocery store. So not too many again, just a couple. Cinnamon, don't want to overdo it. 1 stick of cinnamon. Just to give that little bit of, you don't want your garam masala starting to taste like a chai masala spice. And cumin seeds, just a small handful, about the same as the black peppercorn. For a little bit more aromatics, to add some complexity to the aromatics, I like to put some clove in there, whole cloves, maybe 1, 2, 3 little pieces in there. Again, guys, I'm eyeballing this, and you can customize this based on how you like your garam masala. If you like it sort of more earthy, go with earthy flavors like cumin and coriander seeds. If you want it more aromatic, you can bump up the clove and the cinnamon. I like mine balanced. I like a little bit of aromatics and just a little bit of the earthiness. And then the last thing I'm going to put in there, and this you might have a harder time finding, this is coriander seeds. So these are the pods from the cilantro plant. I like using this. It's a North Indian thing, and it's also a Maharashtrian thing. If you can't find it, don't stress. But if you have an Asian market in your part of the world, you should be able to find this. So a few pods of those, and there you have it. That to me should make a pretty nice garam masala. Let's look at this again. So I've got my black peppercorn, I've got my cardamom pods, not too many because I don't want this thing getting too bitter. I've got 1 stick of cinnamon, that should be good. A couple of bay leaves, these little coriander pods, you use these a lot in brining and pickling, and some cumin seeds. And there's a couple of cloves tucked in there. Oh, by the way, you notice there's no chilies in here. Garam masala is not supposed to be spicy. It drives me fucking crazy when I see people putting chilies in their garam masala because they think it's supposed to be spicy and add heat. No, this is aromatics. This is to add a finishing bouquet, a finishing touch. It's like a potpourri in your curry. Don't overthink this. What we're trying to do is essentially just heat up and warm the spices. You can do this damn thing in a toaster oven if you wanted to. I don't want to go back in the kitchen because it'd kill me if I sit in the range trying to cook garam masala for 3 people. So this is what they gave me. An induction range, stainless steel pot. You're toasting spices. People keep asking me, what should the temperature be? How hot should this be? I'm like, I don't know. Pretend you're making toast. You don't want to burn your toast. I don't want this thing smoking. I'm just going to put the spices in there. And all we're doing is warming them up, toasting them. Spices have oils in them, essential oils. And by warming them up and heating them up, they'll release their oils. And then when you blend it, those oils that get extracted will add to the aroma and the flavor of your garam masala. And if they smell anything other than aromatic, you probably burned them. 2 Indians and a Jew walk in a restaurant. How about this? An Indian and a Jew sit down to talk business, and an IRS agent gets his wings. Bing! No comment. Cumin will darken a little bit, but when I feel it, it's slightly damp, and that's because it's been releasing, obviously, its moisture. The heat is drawing moisture out of it, but it's also releasing its oils, and you can smell it. Back in the bowl, out of the heat. Okay, this is starting to cool down. Let's put this in the grinder. You could buy a coffee grinder and use that at home. I keep one in the house. I buy a $12 cheap-ass coffee grinder from, Target. I don't obviously use it for grinding coffee. I only use it for spices. It's my spice grinder. If it lasts just a year and then falls apart, $12 spent. Go buy another one. Highly recommend keeping a dedicated spice grinder at home. Masala means mixture, basically. You can apply it to spices, you can apply it to ingredients, anything that you kind of mix together like a salad. In fact, in India, if you kind of really cocked up something, somebody might go, man, you really made a masala out of that situation. In the grinder. Notes in grinding, you can grind it to an absolute fine powder, you can make it slightly coarse. I like my garam masala slightly coarse. I feel like keeping it slightly coarse, it's easier to cook with and it doesn't burn as quickly. I mean, again, personal preference, but yep, it's a perfect blend. When I smell it, it smells like its ingredients, but perfectly blended. Alright guys, that's it. I'm done. Meherwan Irani, Garam Masala.